on. So today I am going to be doing a review slash demo for you guys. I've seen a lot of these reviews already, and the reason why I'm doing this review is because when I initially came on here to look for this, of course, is a makeup review. When I came on here to look for my shade, because a lot of the times when something new comes out, like foundation or whatever, I kind of like to watch other videos, especially for women of color, to come on here and try to see what color range I may be in before I go into the store, because I hate spending like an hour or so in the store trying on, you know, different foundations and stuff like that just to get the perfect match. So I'd rather have an idea before I go in. That way I can go in and say, oh, I think I'm between a shade whatever and whatever. So anyways, so yeah, so this review is going to be about the Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation. Yes, honey, yes. So I had watched a few videos before. I was like, you know what, I really need to get this. All the reviews I seen were like really great. The coverage was absolutely amazing. It was just like, it looked just like airbrushed, flawless. It was ridiculous. And I was like, I have to get my hands on this, because even though my skin is not horrible, I have huge pores. And I don't think there really is any way to get rid of huge pores or even to cover them up really well. It's just, I don't even know. It's horrible though. But I don't have really bad skin or anything like that. But I love a full coverage foundation. I just do. Okay. So before I jump into the review, I did go to Ulta and get this. Picked it up at Ulta. You can also go to Sephora or wherever. I did pay, Lord Jesus, it was $40 for this foundation. While I was also there, I did ask the lady that was helping me to match my color, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, about something that would help with the pores, because I told her, I was like, look at my pores, they're huge, like, and I was wearing makeup in the store, so I was like, you could still see my huge pores through makeup, and I hate that. And so of course, I don't know if she just sold this to me just because it was expensive. I don't think they make commission or anything like that, but she sold me this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I know you guys have all seen it before, and I've heard of it before, and I know a lot of people use it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that absolutely love it. But for me, I don't feel like it does anything for my pores at all. Like, yeah, when I rub it on my face, it's really nice and smooth, but it does nothing for my pores. Like, so, you know, and it says, you know, that it says on the back of here, increase the longevity of foundation while reducing the appearance of fine lines and pores. It don't reduce nothing with my pores, okay? So yeah, and that stuff was like $36. So I really wanted to return it, but then I thought, okay, well, let me use it, let me try it out, so on and so forth. But I'm not sold on it. So I think the next time I do go buy any, after I finish this off, I'm gonna try that Becca primer or whatever, because I've heard really good things about that. I should have went and got that to begin with, but I thought, oh, since she works here, she, you know, like I said, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. It doesn't do anything for my pores. But anyways, so I do already have that on my skin. Not that it, like I said, not that it's really going to do anything, but yeah, so let's just kind of jump right into it. So it's not long. So this is what the packaging looks like. Really nice, sleek. It's very different packaging. It does have a pump, which I love. Okay, to give you guys a little info, I'm going to read the back of the box real quick. It says, the ultimate foundation for a flawless looking complexion, this waterproof formula provides complete coverage that lasts all day or night with a modern matte finish that never looks overdone. Achieve a blowout effect you never thought possible for the skin that looks amazing and stays that way. Perfect for all night affairs and other scandalous activities. What the hell kind of scandalous activities? What? Whew. Anyway, in other scandalous activities, this revolutionary formula is also comfortable enough to wear every day. We loaded this full coverage foundation with such an insane amount of pigment that a little goes a long way, and there's no need for there's no need to build your coverage or apply multiple layers. Light diffusing pigments blur flaws for beautifully perfected skin, while high-tech ingredients mattify and absorb oil to reduce the appearance of shine. Choose from a wide range of meticulously calibrated shades for your most perfected complexion. Shake well, then buff on with one of our UD Pro foundation brushes. Okay, so what this also claims to do, on the front of the box it says full coverage, long wear, matte finish, waterproof, and oil free. Okay, now I've had this foundation for probably like a week or two. I think it's about 2 weeks. I will say it is full coverage. It is full coverage. Long wear, the longest I've ever worn it, I would say, is between 8 to 10 hours, and that's only because I go to work at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and by the time I get home it's 6 o'clock, so it does last me that long, I can say. A matte finish, I can definitely attest to that as well. With this, I do not wear a powder. The only thing that I powder is when I do my when I take my banana powder and to put it under my eyes for just a highlight. But other than that, the rest of my face, I do not use a powder. And you will notice that as soon as you put it on, like once it sets, like it's like it instantly mattifies your face, which I love that. I love a mattifying foundation. Waterproof, it's been in the high 80s, high 90s here. And you know, I mean, I don't really sweat a lot, but I mean, it holds up. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it, like, you know, moving around, or, you know what I mean, anything like that. And oil free, I'm kind of on the fence about that. I do not get as oily wearing this. Now, when she matched me in the store, they really didn't have a lot of the shades available. And so the shade that I got is a 9.0. I do think it is a little dark for me, especially once it oxidizes, and it does oxidize. And that's another thing that I heard from a lot of the other YouTubers that was reviewing this, that they said that they either they had to go back and exchange it to get their correct shade or whatever, because once it oxidized, it was like either way too light or way too dark. It was like one of the two. So and with me, the 9.0, they didn't have a, I think it was like an 8.75, I think. Yeah, I think it was like an 8.75 is next to this. So, and they didn't have that. They said the 8, which I thought looked okay on me, but the other lady, she said it was too light for me. So I should have just went ahead and got it. And then, like I said, if I didn't like it, I could have taken it back and exchanged it. But I do think this is a little dark. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I have my little, the only thing I'm going to mist my brush with is this e.l.f. Mist and Set. I always spray my brush with it. So, yeah. So, I already did my brows, but I'll probably have to do it. I will finish the rest of my makeup off camera to show you guys the finished look. But, yeah, I'm just going to kind of dot this all over my face. And I don't, I'm gonna have to move this up out the way. I do not, like buff it in, I guess you would say. I just stipple mine in. But that's just me. Everybody is different, so do whatever works for you. Some people were saying that what do you call it? A sponge. That they get really good coverage with a sponge. I found that to not be as true with me. I felt like the sponge just kind of soaked up a lot of the product, and I felt like the more I dabbed it on, the more I felt like I was just taking it off. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. But I don't like using the sponge. Okay. So. But that's how I put mine on. And I do my lips. I just stipple it on just like that. Okay. So that was really quick, really easy little foundation tutorial thingy. Okay. So that is it. So what do you guys think? Like I said, I think the coverage is it's decent. For me, of course, and I only used like one pump to do my whole face. As you can see, the coverage is pretty good. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it does like mattify like once you put it on. It's really good. I like it. Yeah, so anyways, you guys, I'm going to go really quickly and finish the rest of my makeup, just my eye makeup real quick, and some blush and lipstick, and I will be right back to show you how it looks all together. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and this is the finished look, I guess you would say. This is like my everyday makeup. There's nothing, you know, whatever. Like I said, the only powder that I put on my face was the banana powder, and that was underneath my eyes. But other than that, as you can see, like it does set very, very matte, and it has had a chance to oxidize. And I don't know if you guys can necessarily see it, but I can see it. It's just, it's like, I don't know, it's just like a smidge, just a little smidge darker. Yeah, I do like this foundation, so I'll definitely give it out of 10 stars. I give it an 8.5. I give it an 8.5. The coverage is great. The color selection, they have, I forget how many shades they have. They have a lot of shades, though. They have a lot to choose from. It's just that my particular store that I went to, they didn't have this shade that I think I would have matched really well in, which was the 8.75. They only had the 8, which they said was too light, and then they had the 9.75, which was way too dark. So I feel like between 8.75 and the 9 would probably be my perfect shade. Of course, I am wearing the shade 9.0, so, and this is how it looks on me for anybody who may be close to my complexion. That's what I got. Or you may need the 8.75. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to try out the 8.75 because they didn't have it available. But I like it. Like I said, the coverage is phenomenal. It definitely dries matte. I haven't had any major issues. Like, I don't have to blot throughout the day. Like I said, normally I get oily on my nose, and for whatever reason, over my eyebrows I get oily. I don't know. It's just really weird. But yeah, and you know, my pores, I can still see them. Do you see them? I mean, it's okay. Like on this one, you can't see as well, but on that one I can. But it's still not that bad. It's not, you know, horrible. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to come and give you guys that review slash demo. So definitely pick it up at your Sephora or Ulta. You can also get it online, and check it out. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.